let's make party jollof, smoky jollof. Yes, a bit flavor from Ghana, a bit from Nigeria mixed together. Just imagine the food. That the food is going to bang. It's a bang. Yes, so I saw a lot of comments. Some people said, oh, can you list out how you make the rice? So this is the process. Just take a closer look. Yes, and I'm sure you'll get one or two things. So I'm making my jollof base here, my oil in the pot, onions, and I'm frying my tin tomato. Here I'm just putting in my curry, trying to spice it up, fry it. Curry, thyme. Yes, here still frying, still turning. You need to turn, do a lot of turning so your tin tomato doesn't burn. Yes, I've added my bay leaf. That's bay leaf. What's jollof rice without bay leaf? You must add bay leaf. The flavor it gives. Yes, it gives it that jollof flavor. Yes, so now I've covered my pot. I've added the fresh tomato, pepper mix, onion. And if you are blending tomato, pepper for your jollof rice, use enough onions. Like, be generous with your onions. Yes, be generous with your onions. So you need to cook your stew base well. Your stew base needs to be properly cooked. When you cover it, when you open, when your stew is done, you see the oil on the top, right? It's the same process for your jollof rice. Make sure your stew base is ready, is tasty. Yes, so at this point I added my water. Mix. Taste it at this point for any adjustment. Anything you need to adjust in your seasoning, you adjust it now that you have added water. So I added salt, I added extra Maggi. Yes, the video is a long one, so I needed to cut a lot of some parts, so I will make it as short as possible so you don't get bored. Yes, the video is very long, so I had to cut it. So at this point I adjusted my seasoning and make sure it's tasty. This water now, you need to be tasty. If it's not tasty, just put your rice. Your food will not have any taste, so you need to taste it. So I use kitchen glory, I use lasso chicken, I use chicken Maggi. You can see the powder one. Just normal seasoning. If you use Knorr, you can use Knorr, any seasoning of your choice. And you have to allow your water to boil first if you are cooking anything above 1 pint. If you are doing 1 derica, 2 derica, you can do that stew, put the rice in the stew and mix. But once you are making large, it's better you allow your water to boil. At this point I reduce the water because I'm not sure this pot will take this rice. I'm cooking 2 pints of rice. I'm not sure the pot is going to take the 2 pints. By the time I add all the rice, because the pot is a bit small, the water might be pouring when it's boiling. That's why I reduce the water. So as it's boiling, I was introducing the water back in it until I got the softness I want. And I also do this method if I'm not sure of the rice I'm using. Maybe it's the first time I'm using the rice. Some rice don't take plenty water. Before cooking, you have to just use your head. If not, it can just mess the whole thing up for you. Your ingredients, your money, everything will just go like that. So normally I just use my IQ, idea, my head around it. Yes, especially if it's a new rice I'm trying for the first time. So because of the pot, I reduce the water. And the other side, I was frying my chicken because time was almost already against me. I had to go for the decor in the morning, coming back to cook, and party is starting by 3 p.m. so I need to rush. So at this point my rice was almost cooked. Jollof rice, you need to stir it, like make sure everywhere is cooking, everywhere is going well all round. If not, you can turn some parts that you did not turn well, it will be strong there, or spices will just stay in one particular place. So you need to stir. Just take your time and stir it very well from up to down like that. Just stir well. So at this point I'll just trying to allow the water dry, and I use sack. I cover it with sack. I wash the sack and cover so that the steam, not that you just be adding water, the steam will cook the rest. And I also added butter at the end, to give it that shine, that one for, so allow it to be single. So I added butter, and the rice was done at this point. I was just packing it into the cooler. Yes, because I still have fried rice to make, and I had only 2 fire. One was frying chicken, one was cooking jollof rice. So I just had to hurry up, and it's a very long video. If I posted the whole video, I'm sure you watching it said I want to learn one or two, you get tired, and you know data is expensive now, so everything we have to do is sharp, so it's easier for everybody. So in part 2 of this video, I'm going to show you how I made my fried rice as well, and how I was able to get it to the venue just right on time for them, because I also fry small chops. So the video is a very long one. I can't put everything in one. If not, I will cut too much, and I know few people want to see and learn 1 or 2 things. Yes, so we have to do it in part 1, part 2, part 3. Yes, so this part 2 actually. If you have been following up for a while, this part 2. Yes, that's a long jollof rice video. So packing it at this point. So see you in my next video. See you in part 3. Yes, fried rice and how I was able to round up. Bye.